Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater. And Aquaman is getting ready to unleash itself upon the world. It already did in China and is doing pretty well. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a movie that no one, I think, really truly ever wanted, right? Even the most diehard Aquaman fans out there aren't gonna sit there and be like, yeah, I really wanted it a long time ago. I really felt it was gonna work as a movie. But until we got to see Jason Momoa in the role in Justice League, it sold it. It solidified it. And James Wan's directing looks amazing. They decided to have fun with it. They turned it into an action adventure, swashbuckling epic, it feels like. Globe-trotting adventure from what it looks like. And it just looks to be like a lot of fun. And I cannot wait to see it. Their early reactions are very solid on it. But there's one thing. Made me very happy. Made me very happy. One of the biggest problems that I think this dark cloud, if you will, that's been hanging its head over the dceu has been the elusive Snyder Cut of Justice League. Now, if you cringed in terror, if you just felt your skin crawl because I mentioned that, because you're tired of the debate, you're tired of the argument, you're tired of fans like me going, hey, fucker, we want to see this damn thing because it exists. Maybe not a perfect cut, but we know it exists. We know it exists. And all of you are denying it, not making it go away. Not making it go away at all. It's not making it go away, especially when it gets brought up in a situation like this. Now, Jason Momoa was being interviewed by MTV News, and he happened to bring it up, and his answer has completely thrown gasoline on this debate. And you guys got to hear this for yourself if you haven't already.
Some fans are obsessed with the so-called Snyder Cut of Justice League, like an alternate cut.
Yeah.
Are you, I mean...
I'm obsessed with it too.
Are you?
Yeah.
What's your take on that? Like, do you want to see a different version eventually at some point, or is there a different version?
That's just one thing that sucks with our business, where you just can't speak your mind, but yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, fair enough. We'll keep it at that.
There we go. Yeah. Fuck yeah, I want to see that, right? And he was in the movie. He knows what was shot. He's read the script. He knows what was put together. He knows what was waiting for fans. And then he knows what we got with Justice League, right? He knows that. You could see that in his face. You could so see that in his eyes. He's like, oh man, that's the worst part about this business is you can't see how you really feel about it, which is true. So many of these actors are always just limited by what they can say. And I've gone to Comic-Con for years. I've sat in Hall H since the very beginning. I've listened to pointless Q&A after pointless Q&A with just these planned, pre-canned, annoying answers that never give any kind of depth to anything. It's just like the yes and no. And oh, I love my cast. I love the director. I love the movie. And it's that promotion part of it, right? It's where these people are literal just talking heads for a massive conglomerate, multi-billion-dollar-a-year machine that they can never speak their true feelings on until even after it's long and gone. Who knows, right? Because you never know if you're going to work with them again, and you don't want to burn any bridges. But when it comes to the Snyder Cut, it's a very peculiar thing. It's a very interesting thing because Zack Snyder shot all the footage. He did. He shot everything he wanted, and it was all done in post. And then they wanted to do reshoots. But this was coming down from the top brass of Warner's. All right. This is coming down from the top brass of them. They wanted it reshot. They brought in Joss Whedon, I think with the blessing of Zack Snyder, even though he probably had no power at that point. Keep in mind that for Man of Steel and Batman v Superman and Wonder Woman and even leading up to Justice League for the most part, Snyder was kind of in control. It wasn't until after the releasing of Batman v Superman, when Wonder Woman had already been shot, Suicide Squad had already been shot, and Justice League had basically already was starting production, that they started taking away power from Zack Snyder and stripping him down. Now, he still shot the movie he wanted to tell. He still shot the movie he wanted to complete his trilogy with. And a lot of fans, after seeing Batman v Superman, were just not happy with it. Theatrically speaking, it was terrible. But then we find out that there is this cut, this extended cut, this ultimate cut. 30 more minutes made the movie just infinitely better. Right? It just made it so much better. I love the extended cut. It became one of my top 5 films of the year. Yeah, sue me over that one. I don't care. Or fight me. I don't care. It's a good movie. And so fans are really hoping that they were going to get a conclusion to that trilogy. And those fans have really come to love Man of Steel and Batman v Superman's extended cut over the years. These movies have done well on home video. Batman v Superman extended was #1 #1 on the home video charts for 5 weeks after its release. 5 weeks after its release. Followed, I think 4 of those 5 weeks was The Killing Joke on Blu-ray, right? People bought this en masse for weeks, making Warner's a lot of money. So what's the problem here? The problem is perception. The problem is that they don't know what they're doing, and they want to make it look like they know what they're doing. So they just wanted to wrap up Justice League. They wanted to get it done and put it out there, and then basically never go back to it again, except for a long period of time after they probably recast most people. And that's a shame, because what we got was not what fans want. What we got was a movie that had elements of good in it. It's not a bad film by any stretch of the imagination. It's mediocre, but there's nothing wrong with that in and of itself. But this is Justice League, and it needed to be more. And you can see that in Jason Momoa's eyes. You can see him knowing what they shot, knowing what was done, knowing what's never finished and what will never see the light of day. And he talked about this the other day too, where there was this special scene that was shot for Justice League of him leaving after talking with Mera and Volko, right? And he wanted that scene, that connecting scene, to lead in to Aquaman. That's gone. We've seen Zack Snyder recently has been tweeting out some Justice League stuff that from over there on Vero, the social media site he hangs out at. Right. So he's been kind of teasing it a little bit too. And I think it's to put pressure on Warner's. I think it's to put pressure on Warner so that Warner's realizes that they should do something, that eventually they should put out this work print. If it takes 10 years, let it take 10 years. Fine. All right. I mean, look at Blade Runner. We got the 5 version ultimate box set of that movie that had 5 different versions of the film. One of them was the work print. So they could just release what they've got and give fans the closure that fans want. Fans want the closure. But the powers that be at Warner Brothers do not know how to run a freaking multi-film universe, and that shows. And so we're left with this. But I love the fact that Momoa brought it up, and I love the fact that it reignited the debate, and it reignited people talking about it. And you know what? I hope it does. I hope it does pretty well. I hope it ends up really making Walter Hamada think about that, because he's the guy in charge now. So who knows? Anyway, those are just my thoughts on this. Very happy that it brought up. Very happy that it was said. I'm very, very happy that he talked about it. And I hope it's not dead. I hope it does come back one way or the other. Probably won't, but I'm going to be optimistic on this one. Anyway, my name is Matt Jarbo. This has been 3 Buck to Eat. If you made it this far, please type Snyder Cut into the chat. And please subscribe to the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and call into our voicemail line if you got thoughts and opinions. It's 818-350-3281. That's 818-350-3281. And I'll definitely be responding to everything tomorrow on the 9th of December. So my name again is Matt Jarbo. This has been 3 Buck Theater. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. Love you all. Have a great day, and peace out.